In this video, we are going to cover 12 unique ways that everyday people are making $10,000 plus per month with their side hustle or business, and exactly how they're doing it. People get really detailed on exactly how they're running their businesses, how much they're making. I think you guys are going to find this video really interesting. There's some unique, cool ways that people are making money out there.
Real quick before we jump in, please remember, these are just opportunities I've found. These are my opinions. Just because you start one of these doesn't mean you're going to make money, but I do hope that these could spark some ideas for you.
So business number one is a husband and wife team profiting $24,000 per month from a unique style of bakery. The people who started this business actually first started it in Florida, built it up there, then decided to move to Colorado, and then rebuilt the business from scratch in Colorado. Both places were very successful. Now they break down exactly how they built the business. So I'm going to walk you through exactly how they did it. So what they do is they come up with some food that they like to bake, go to a commissary kitchen, bake those, package them, and then sell them to cafes in your area. They have a DSLR camera. You can also just use your iPhone, they say, take some pictures of the food after you cook it, and on canva.com, you can make a brochure. Put the prices next to each of the food items that you're going to sell and make a nice little brochure. Then, what they say they did, make a 20-mile radius or however far you're willing to travel to sell items and restock items at bakeries. They did a 20-mile radius around where they live, and they found every cafe in that area. They then called or walked in to each of those cafes with samples and gave them to the owners and told them who they are and about their products. Now, just in a 20-mile radius around you, unless you live out in the middle of nowhere, there are going to be a lot of cafes. They had about 300 or 400 cafes in that area that they started calling on. Right now, they have 20 to 30 cafes that they service, and that's about the max with the two of them right now that they want to do. They're making $24,000 a month. They're only cooking about 3 days a week in the commissary kitchen, and they just restock these 20 to 30 cafes. Just find all the cafes in a 20-mile radius around you and just walk in with your samples. You're just going into small mom and pop cafes or coffee shops, probably talking to the owner and letting them try your samples and seeing if they would like to stock some of your items. This is a lot easier sell, especially when you're face-to-face with the owner. So this is a great way to build a business that doesn't take a huge sales team. Go out and build relationships with these coffee shops. If you like baking and you have things that you make that you think are really good, that you think other people will like too, this is a great business. The owners of this business have a clear path with just the 20 to 30 cafes that they have right now to profiting $600,000 per year just by adding a few extra line items to their brochure without even going out and getting new stores. They do have a couple part-time hourly employees who help them with the cooking and packaging of products, but otherwise it's pretty much just this husband and wife team, and they've built this business in two different areas completely separately. So this is something that you could build in a lot of different towns, and it doesn't take a whole bunch of knowledge on building a website, SEO skills, or anything like that. I found this model very interesting. They went really in detail about how they started the business, which I thought was very cool, kind of simple approach. Hope you found that interesting. Business number two is a guy making $10,000 to $15,000 per month selling landscaping services and then contracting them out. I do the same model in a junk removal business. So there's a lot of different kind of niches or niches that you can go into with this model. He breaks down exactly how he gets his customers and how he runs his business. So what he does is he finds customers who need landscaping or tree removal. When he gets a job, he finds a subcontractor to come do that work. So he'll make 50% profit on landscaping services and 30% profit on tree services. If he's using a subcontractor for the first time, he generally won't have them do any risky work. He'll have them do kind of a simple job for the first few times, make sure they do a good job, and then maybe he'll have them do some riskier tree work once they've proven that they're a good, legitimate company that he can work with. He does have insurance, and he makes sure that everyone he works with is insured and also has the proper licenses. He manages all the sales, all the customer service, all the invoicing. So he's the brand, he's the company that the customer is working with, and then he's subcontracting out all the workers. He breaks down exactly how he's getting these customers. The good thing is it's not much SEO. It's actually things that you can do without having to rely on building a website and having your website rank. So the main way he's getting leads, number one is Google Ads. The average cost per lead on Google Ads, he says, is $27.33 with a conversion rate of 72%. He says Google Ads are his bread and butter. He says he's good at copywriting, and when someone clicks on the ad, it goes to a landing page where they can sign up to schedule an appointment. He makes it very easy for them to be able to schedule an appointment directly after clicking the Google ad, and they can schedule that appointment online without having to call. Now, he says he gets some leads from Google SEO, so from ranking, but really that's only about 8 leads a month from that. So much more come from the Google ads. That's the largest chunk of his leads. Average cost per lead with Facebook ads, he says, is $32.89. So that's slightly more than the $27 for the Google ads, but it's still not too bad, especially when you're talking about jobs that are in the thousands of dollars. And Facebook ads has a conversion rate of 68%. He also gets 15 to 20 leads per month, he says, from just organic organic Facebook posting. So he does one post a day on Facebook. And that's really the only way that he's getting all of his leads. And then, he's finding subcontractors just on Google Ads, Thumbtack, Angie, places like that. When he's starting out to find the contractors, he's looking at their reviews and seeing how trusted they are on each of those platforms and then reaching out to them. And he says he has a lot of great relationships with his subcontractors and he sends them jobs over and over and over again. And they're happy with the pricing. He's 100% upfront with the prices. So if the job is $600, they know that he's charging the customer $600 and they're each going to make $300. And that's allowed him to keep subcontractors on with him for a while. He sets up a QR code that he has on a little card. And so when the job is done and he goes up and charges the customer, he has a QR code right there that they can scan with their phone. And he asks them to do it right there and leave a review while he's standing there. And this conversion rate of reviews is very high because when you're standing there and ask for a review, it's really hard for people to say no. So he gets a ton of reviews that way just by asking on the spot. So I found that one really interesting. I did learn some stuff from him that I might implement in my business. Also very interesting to see that someone's doing that in the kind of landscaping and tree service niche. There really are a lot of opportunities out there with this business model.
I have a whole bunch of niches that I think are perfect for this. I'll link that down below in the description. Enter your email and I'll send you a list of a whole bunch of remote home service niches that I think are perfect to run remotely like this.
Business number 3 is run by a 25-year-old kid who makes $27,000 to $35,000 per month with a CPR company. So what he does is trains people on CPR. He was in the Marine Corps. When he got out, he worked for another company teaching people CPR. At some point, he decided he wanted to go off and start his own CPR company. He quickly grew that company to now making $27,000 to $35,000 per month just teaching people CPR. So currently, he has 15 instructors, 13 instructors, and then him and his dad in 2 different states. And so what the model that they're going towards now is they find CPR instructors in other areas and they 1099 them. So basically subcontract them out like the guy in number 2. They get the jobs and then send their subcontractors to go and teach the lessons. Now, the main clients that they have are nurses, respiratory therapists, CNAs, MAs, doctors, and a lot of different facilities are reaching out to them to teach their employees and staff CPR. They're saying they have a lot more demand than they can handle right now. And so it's only been a couple years and they are still growing rapidly. Number 4 is a guy making $30,000 to $50,000 a month with 90% profit margins running Google Ads for 25 different customers. He receives a percentage of the ad spend. I think he says on average around 5%. And in return, they get his time working to get their ads having a profitable return on investment. And his average customer spends about $20,000 per month in ad spend. And obviously, they're only going to keep paying him if he gets them a profitable return. So it's a win-win for both of them. They have someone working to get them a profitable return on investment, and he is getting a percentage of the ad spend. So as long as their ads are making money, he is also making money. He said he's gotten really good at ads over the years, so it's pretty easy for him to set up a campaign. He uses ChatGPT and Google Ads scripts to get them a report really easily. He's already got a template for it. And he says as long as you do a good job and you're making them money, there's going to be low churn because they're going to keep wanting to use you. And they're also going to tell other people about you. So now he has a lot of his clients telling other people about his services, and his customer base is growing pretty organically. So if you're knowledgeable in Google Ads or you want to learn Google Ads, there's a lot of people out there, businesses out there who aren't even running Google Ads, tried it and kind of decided it's too much work or they didn't understand it. If you're confident in your services, you could even tell them they only pay you if you can get them a profitable campaign. It's a great way to start in the beginning. So it was interesting to see the numbers on this one without a huge marketing budget or without a huge agency, making $30,000 to $40,000 per month in profit. Number 5 is a guy making $10,000 per month teaching guitar and ukulele lessons. Now, this same model can be used in a variety of different areas of teaching, whether you're teaching swim lessons, dog training, tutoring, anything like that. He teaches private and group lessons for guitar and ukulele. So he's making $2,500 per week, $10,000 per month in profit. And that's right now the max for him. It's just him teaching these lessons. But he plans to grow beyond there by implementing some upsells and some digital lessons for his customers. He has a full waiting list of people who are waiting to be taught by him that he can't service right now. So he's looking for ways to monetize those people. But really, he grew this without any SEO or even really having a website. It's just all organic local marketing. So he put flyers at schools, coffee shops. I'm sure anytime he played a gig, he let people know that he was teaching. Also, something like posting in your local Facebook group would be a great local way to market yourself. And then as he got customers, they told other people about him, and he just grew organically from there to the point where now, as I said, he has more customers than he can service, and he's got a full waiting list that he is looking for ways to monetize. But he's built a great business, making 6 figures a year. Teaching guitar and ukulele is just something he loves on his own time with no employees, without SEO or even a website, with just some local marketing and then word of mouth from there. Number 6 is the guy making $35,000 per month, $18,000 per month profit, renting dumpsters. He has an owner-operated dumpster rental business. It's just him. He doesn't have any employees, and he makes $18,000 per month renting dumpsters. He has 20 dumpsters and 1 hook lift truck. So the hook lift truck moves the dumpsters around, and then he just has 20 dumpsters. He rents the dumpsters out for 3 days at a time. The charge is $450 for those 3 days for the dumpster. He works 4 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. So he wakes up really early and he's done by 2 p.m. and he does that every day. So it's definitely a lot of work, but he doesn't have any employees. He is profiting $18,000 per month. So he could definitely afford to pay an employee if he didn't want to do it and still be making good money. But it sounds like he likes what he does and he doesn't mind going from place to place, moving the dumpsters around, and he's got a sort of schedule that he enjoys. If he wanted to grow, he could also get another hook lift truck and some more dumpsters, hire a couple employees and grow from there. But $18,000 a month with no employees, just by himself, is some great profit. And in the beginning, he says he went around and connected with different local businesses, construction companies, remodelers, contractors. And then once you build relationships with those people, it's a lot of repeat steady business because they're constantly needing dumpsters. Now, real quick, I put together a list of hundreds of unique ways people are making money, just like the ones in this video, plus hundreds of other side hustles, low competition business ideas I've found. I call it my idea book. I'll link it down below in the description. Number 7 is a lady making $20,000 to $30,000 per month teaching people how to repair their sewing machines online. She has a digital course. She also does live Zoom lessons with groups or one-on-one, teaching people how to repair their sewing machines. Got over 1,000 clients right now. So she built a virtual academy where people can go step by step through her course on how to do different repairs to their machines. They can also get one-on-one help from an expert if they get stuck somewhere along the course. Her website is sewingdocacademy.com if you want to check it out. Very simple website. Her full maintenance program is an ongoing maintenance program, and she's charging $579 for a one-time fee. Now, number 8 is a guy making $20,000 profit per month rock drilling. He didn't give a ton of information on it, but I found it really interesting. He owns one single rock drilling machine. One machine, he says, can make $90,000 per month in revenue. To him, that's $20,000 profit per month. And he's only 25 years old. He's been doing it for 4 years, and he's now making $20,000 per month in profit. Rock drilling services can be sold to construction and foundation companies, mining companies, oil and gas companies, water well companies, excavation companies. There's a lot of industries that you can sell your services to, and it's not super competitive just because the machines are pretty expensive. I'm not an expert in this, but it sounds like you can get a portable one for around 10 grand a month. But if you want a really solid one, like it sounds like he has, it's making $90,000 per month with that machine. It's going to be anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000 for a single machine, which is expensive, but it's also good news that there's not a ton of people out there with these machines, so competition isn't going to be too crazy. Number 9 is a husband and wife team who profit $20,000 per month from a math learning center called Mathnasium. It's a franchise, but they say it's really worth it because you really don't have to reinvent the wheel. Mathnasium has a proven strategy that they go about when they're opening a new franchise, all laid out for you. They get the curriculum, training, support, software, marketing, and the brand name, which has a good reputation already with it. They say they've been successful because they just have a single center rather than trying to expand too quickly. They just want to make that one location really great, have a great reputation in that area, and that's gotten them to $20,000 profit per month just from a single location. She said in the first few years, her husband did continue working his software job until they were able to build it up to making enough profit where it was a full-time income for them. But now it is a full-time income, and he doesn't work a separate job. They both focus on running that Mathnasium location. The good thing about a business like this is the overhead is fairly low. They have rent for their location, but other than that, they have some IKEA furniture, printer, computer, office supplies, signage, and that kind of thing, but nothing really high ticket. Number 10 is a guy making well into the 6 figures a year with a resume service. So he helps people with their resumes, LinkedIn profiles, career strategies, salary negotiations. He typically charges $800 to $1,500 for 4 to 6 hours of work, and 2 to 3 of those are just working on fixing the resume alone. And he's been doing it for years. To get started, he did over 100 resumes for free, helping people with their resumes for free. He really built up a lot of knowledge and trust in that space by just offering services for free for a long time. He says he's gotten people raises from anywhere from $30,000 to $120,000 extra per year in their salary. And once he realized how much value he was actually providing people, he really realized that he could charge charge a lot more. The $800 to $1,500 for 4 to 6 hours of work, he feels is a great value, and his customers feel like it's a great value as well, especially when they're able to get a better job or a higher salary in their job. Far outweighs the $1,000 that they paid him. Number 11 is a guy who makes well into the 6 figures a year running what he calls micro companies. What he does is buys and runs a whole bunch of little companies that add up and make him quite a bit of money. So how he got started, he was looking on Craigslist and he found someone selling a lawn mowing route. It was 20 lawns a week and then 12 lawns that were mowed every other week. He ended up negotiating and buying that route. He hired a couple friends to go do the mowing of those lawns. He then was also looking on a Facebook group and found someone selling a vending machine route. It was only 4 vending machines, so it wasn't anything crazy, but he had the same people who were mowing the lawns go and replace the food in the vending machines. So he had people who were doing kind of a few different jobs for his businesses, the same employees working on both businesses. He then was actually talking to a guy at a Valvoline while he was getting his oil changed, and the guy was saying how much he didn't like his job. So he ended up buying a small mobile mechanic shop and having this guy go around and do mobile oil changes for people and kind of easy fixes on their cars. And he's just kind of grown it from there with all these little micro companies, and a lot of the employees work on all the different companies. So a great way to get started with this is like he did, look on Craigslist, see if there's any small businesses for sale, simple businesses to run like a lawn mowing route or vending machines, stuff like that, and just build up a good amount of these businesses and have the employees work on each parts of the different businesses. As I said, he's making well into the 6 figures a year running these businesses, and he just keeps acquiring more and more. Number 12 is a guy making $15,000 per month profit selling custom coded websites. A lot of people don't really want to go maybe the Wix route or the Squarespace route. They want a more custom coded website, and that's what he does. The great thing about a custom coded website is a lot of people who need or want a custom coded website are going to need continuous upkeep or management of that website. So he charges a monthly subscription fee on top of the initial building fee. It only really takes him now 3 to 4 hours to build out a website. Then he launches them on Netlify to host it for free, he says. He said it took a long time to build it up to what it is, but today it doesn't take him a lot of time. He has another job that he runs. This is kind of on the side for him. Subscription revenue for him to upkeep the websites. So once you get a customer on board, you have that customer for a long time. You don't have to keep getting too many more customers to really be keeping that $15,000 per month that he's making. So there you have it, 12 ways that everyday people are making $10,000 plus per month. I hope you found this interesting. There are a bunch of opportunities that you don't even really think about, or ways that people are making money that are pretty interesting.
If you guys are interested in stuff like this, I've got over 430 other low competition service business ideas, low competition e-commerce products I've found, SaaS opportunities, side hustles, unique ways people are making money. I break every single one down. I go over the keywords that I would target, how I would build each one of these businesses. I call it my idea book. I'll link it down below in the description.
If there's ways you're making money, I'd love to hear about them in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.